all pretty much could figure by now that this episode probably wouldn't have went into the next arc, because since the series is so close to being done and probably going into a season 2, they probably did not want to just advance into another arc to make it feel rushed. So I felt like the pacing in the actual section of this episode was a well-placed episode. Didn't feel out of place. I don't know if this is exactly in the light novel, so I don't know if this really happened. But either way, I felt like this episode was a good episode, had some cliches, and it definitely felt like a standard love triangle harem romance episode. But besides that, I did enjoy it for what it was. I mean, I do like Minori, and I do love Akatsuki's characters. They're really adorable characters, especially with the different personalities they have. And getting to see how Shiroe is the Hikikomori that we all know by now in this series, getting to see him go out, pretty much going on a date with two of our best female characters in this series, was an enjoyable watch. Even though the entire cake scene where they're eating food and they're forcing Shiroe to eat different cakes, whole cakes at that, which was fucking funny. I'll admit, that was freaking hilarious. But getting to see that, it was enjoyable to a certain extent. But honestly, was it up to Log Horizon's actual standards of its episodes? Honestly, no. I did enjoy for what it did. It just wasn't the best thing I've seen of Log Horizon, but I will not put this series down just because of this episode. I felt like it was a much-needed episode, because we all know Akatsuki has been falling in love with Shiroe for quite a while now, especially Minori. We've seen her growing feelings for him. So, the way they did it, it was enjoyable, especially with the kimono scene with freaking Akatsuki. Holy crap, that was freaking beautiful. And I love the different facial reactions that Akatsuki did in this episode. The entire reaction face, she's like, it's just all that's freaking awesome with the freaking, like, animation background static effects. I did enjoy that. Really, this episode, I think, was mainly pointed towards the actual relationship and character building between these three characters. It was mainly just a relaxing episode of Log Horizon to just take a break before we probably get into a major arc if there ever is a season 2, which I hope there is, because it's been a lot of hints and rumors at it. Now, the animation of this episode I did enjoy. It wasn't the best animation ever, but it was a good, acceptable animation for Log Horizon. The music-wise, I did enjoy the music, especially the different scenes, especially with the freaking dating scene where you just see all three of them at the table. Shiroe's getting to freaking eat cake, and you see everybody in the background eyeing Shiroe's like, just, it's freaking awesome. I like that. That's a really funny scene. Even though that's a standard in romance, I felt like that's a funny scene, getting to see how everybody was just, you know, so freaking jealous of Shiroe, and Shiroe is tactically thinking in his mind how he can retreat out of this situation, which was pretty funny. I did enjoy that, the way they used Shiroe's tactics of all things to try to figure out how to weasel his way out of a date with two girls. Now, honestly, I felt like this episode had a lot of aggression. It may have not progressed the plot in a certain way, but it did progress the characters in the right direction, especially probably building up feelings for later upcoming arcs and episodes if the series ever gets a second season. There wasn't a lot of theories I can actually discuss in this episode. Not a lot of new things popped up, so I can't really go into the deep, dark plot like I usually do in these episodic reviews. So that's saddening enough. Even though we didn't get a lot of plot, I felt like I'm still looking forward to the next episode, and I know Log Horizon is such a great series that just one episode that may just have been straight towards romance and adorable moments that was adorable. I really did enjoy the adorable moments. Shouldn't put the actual ratings and viewership of Log Horizon down, because every anime needs these type of episodes to pretty much take a break and enjoy the atmosphere of the characters, and I feel like this is what the episode tried to accomplish, and I think it did quite well with it. So, anyways, there's not much I can really discuss on this episode of Log Horizon, because there wasn't a lot of theories I can discuss. So tell me your thoughts on this episode. What was your favorite moment of this episode, and which actual female character do you think should get with Shiroe? Do you think it should be Minori, the middle school girl, or do you think it should be Akatsuki, the shy college girl? Honestly, it's pretty funny getting to see how Minori is kind of winning over Akatsuki, even though Akatsuki's older than Minori. So, it's really freaking funny. I love the actual entire situation around that, and I wonder how Shiroe is going to deal with this growing romance feelings towards him. So anyways, tell me your thoughts. You all wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe, everybody. And sorry for the actual short review. Be safe. Chibi out.